Previously on Kit Catastrophe. I awaken. Welcome to Kit Catastrophe. My name is Kit, and today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Movie Deluxe Class Landmine. This figure came out in 2008 as part of Wave 7 of the Deluxe assortment, and as a part of the Allspark Power subline. Starting in vehicle mode, Landmine turns into a heavily modified Chenoth Desert Patrol vehicle seen in the last act of the 2007 movie. Most of the plastic is cast in this grayish turquoise color that is subdued enough and unique enough to simultaneously stick out or blend into any group he's in. I can't think of any other Transformers that are this color. The molded detail is also quite excellent, with tons of rivets and bits and bobs near the front. There's some, propane tanks or something in the back. I don't quite know their purpose on the vehicle, but strangely they don't feel out of place. Along the back there's some lines picked out in Allspark blue. People used to really rip into this color and really hated it, but I have the power of nostalgia goggles, so I can wholeheartedly say that Allspark blue is a beautiful color. All around the vehicle mode, there are some nice Sector 7 tampagraphs, and I especially love the American flag tampagraphs at the rear. They're super crisp, and in the correct orientation on each side. At the back, there are some brightly colored taillights, but be careful since these pieces will fall right off if you so much as breathe on them hard enough. While it looks like the right side door plate won't lock in, this is because the tab locking it in is just straight up broken. No idea how that happened. As far as action features go, there's a machine gun attached to the top of his vehicle mode which can spin around and adjust its angle. Of course, it can also be unattached. All four wheels are attached to a shock absorber, though I don't get much use out of it. And finally, there's a sculpted interior with seats and a steering wheel. That's pretty cool, right? Transformation is hella boring. It's the standard Autobot car fare, with the arms extending from the sides, the hood folding down to form the chest, and the legs folding out the back. Boring, boring, boring! The only somewhat interesting parts are in the hands and feet. The hands are formed from the seats, and I like the way the rear wheels slide inward to form the heels. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is satisfying to see the final product in either mode, but getting there is like driving through Nebraska. I have to say though, the robot mode? Pretty good. It's a little easy to forgive the snoozerific transformation scheme when the robot mode looks this good. I love his overall proportions. They're a little lanky, but still feel a fair deal strong. He looks like the kind of guy to show up to your place bringing pizza and beer. The head design is really great, despite his multiple insectoid eyes. He looks like his head is a cross between a muzzle and a scuba mask. It's so weird. The added Allspark blue on his face, collar, and cuffs really pop out too. I especially love the design of the legs. The propane tank toes with the massive wheelie heel just makes for a really good design. Take that, Sideswipe! The arms are a little more standard, though they have these odd black bars that jut out and just get in the way of posing. Speaking of posing, he can do that. It's all pretty standard. His ball-jointed head is actually criminally limited due to the collar kibble, and the arms are limited by those aforementioned black bars. His legs are nice and uninhibited, and his ankles can rock. That is, if the heel doesn't unpeg first. Most excitingly, he has posable hands! He only has what can be described as claws, but he can still give Sal a stern talking to. Oh, and his gun can still move. Yay. Now I hear the question you're all asking. Should I buy him? And the answer to that is... maybe? Sure? Landmine doesn't exactly have a lot going for him. He's not nearly as cool and beefy as his Unicron trilogy counterparts, though he does have a lot of character on his own despite being effectively an OC. He does have a sick alternate mode, and a pretty cool robot mode, but the rest of him is just filler. I do like the figure, but I can't really sing his praises. This has been Kit Catastrophe. It's time for me to transform and roll out. Welcome back once again. I hope you've slept well since our last encounter. Where am I? That's not important. What is important is our assignment for you. What is it? The Great Destroyer wakes. He requires sustenance. We need you. Not if I have anything to say about it! What a nuisance. You'll pay for your insolence.